We are kicking things off with major news from the San Francisco 49ers. General Manager John Lynch has shared his thoughts on a major roster decision, revealing the likelihood that the 49ers will trade wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk during the upcoming draft. We dive deep into what Lynch said about the chances of a trade, the team's financial flexibility, and why this situation is unfolding right now.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the bigger picture for the franchise as former quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo contemplates hanging up his cleats. Ian Rappaport and ESPN confirmed that the veteran signal caller is seriously considering retirement after 12 seasons, weighing the pros and cons of his career trajectory and his potential role as a backup for the Los Angeles Rams. We are shifting gears now to the offensive line situation as the 49ers prepare for the draft. We analyze the recent move to secure Trent Williams and discuss why the team is no longer targeting players like Caleb Lamu, and what specific offensive line profiles, like Rutledge and Bisantes, the Niners should be focusing on to make a big impact. Finally, we break down the specific talent the 49ers might target at tackle, examining why the team is shifting its focus away from certain prospects and who the real contenders are. Don't miss this complete breakdown of the 49ers news, and make sure you stay tuned for our next update. San Francisco 49ers General Manager John Lynch has indicated that trading wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk during the upcoming NFL draft is a possibility, though he expressed a low probability. In a recent discussion, Lynch acknowledged that while a trade is not a high probability, there is a chance, emphasizing that the team will focus on the draft while keeping Aiyuk on the roster for now. Lynch stated, "I've had some discussions. Do I think it's a high probability? Likely no. But is there a chance? Yeah, I think there's a chance." He further clarified that discussions regarding Aiyuk's future were ongoing during league meetings and that the draft presents another key opportunity to reassess the situation. Lynch confirmed that the team is not in a rush to move on, citing significant financial flexibility. The 49ers currently possess over $30 million in cap space, with Aiyuk accounting for a $14.6 million cap charge for the upcoming season, giving them room to maneuver without immediate pressure to trade or release him. Despite the cautious outlook from the front office, trade speculation surrounding Aiyuk remains active. ESPN reporter Adam Schefter has named Aiyuk among several NFL players considered trade candidates to watch during the draft. Schefter listed several players who could gain interest, including Anthony Richardson, SR, Will Levis, Spencer Rattler, Kyle Pitts, SR, Kenny Moore, II, Kayvon Thibodeaux, and Keon Coleman, alongside the 49ers wide receiver. The situation remains in a wait-and-see mode as the team awaits developments, balancing their draft strategy with potential future moves concerning Aiyuk. The San Francisco 49ers are navigating a complex situation surrounding wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk as the team heads into the NFL draft. Despite reports suggesting Aiyuk will not play in a game for the 49ers this season, General Manager John Lynch and head coach Kyle Shanahan have indicated a shared consensus that Aiyuk will not be playing. However, Aiyuk remains on the roster heading into the draft, leading to speculation about a potential trade. In recent discussions following league meetings, Lynch admitted there was a chance for a trade, stating, "I've had some discussions. Do I think it's a high probability? Likely no. But is there a chance? Yeah, I think there's a chance." Lynch emphasized that the team is prioritizing the draft, suggesting they will focus on that opportunity before reevaluating the situation. He confirmed that Aiyuk is still considered a roster member for now. The team appears unhurried, possessing significant financial flexibility. Over the Cap reports that the 49ers retain over $30 million in cap space, with Aiyuk holding a $14.6 million cap charge for the upcoming season. This financial cushion suggests the team is not under immediate pressure to move or release the player, although any trade could potentially yield recoupable funds if guarantees are voided. Adding fuel to the speculation, ESPN's Adam Schefter named Aiyuk among several NFL players to watch as trade candidates during the draft. Schefter listed Aiyuk alongside other players who could generate interest, including Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson, SR, Titans quarterback Will Levis, Saints quarterback Spencer Rattler, Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts, SR, Colts cornerback Kenny Moore, II, Giants edge Kayvon Thibodeaux, and Bills wide receiver Keon Coleman. This places Aiyuk in a pool of players who could be targeted during the draft, keeping the situation in a wait-and-see mode for the 49ers. A significant shift is underway in the NFL as several high-profile players transition to new teams for the 2026 season, signaling the end of an era and the dawn of a new competitive landscape. Amidst the offseason buzz, the focus has turned to player reflection, with the contemplation of retirement becoming a prominent storyline. Perhaps the most notable development involves former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, who is reportedly considering hanging up his cleats after a 12-year career. This consideration has been reported by NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and subsequently confirmed by ESPN. Garoppolo, who has amassed over $156 million in earnings and has started 64 games over his career, is currently 34 and is reportedly weighing a final decision on retiring from the league. He is being considered as a top backup quarterback option for the Los Angeles Rams. Garoppolo's recent performance has seen a noticeable decline since his departure from the 49ers following the 2022 season. While he remains a valuable backup option due to his extensive starting experience and playoff pedigree, his current role is far removed from his previous status as a difference-maker. The narrative suggests that ongoing injuries and performance struggles may be prompting this decision, as he is no longer viewed as a pivotal player for his current team. Garoppolo's career trajectory includes stints with the New England Patriots, where he served as Tom Brady's backup, and a successful period with the 49ers, including leading them to Super Bowl LIV in 2019. However, subsequent injuries, including an ACL tear in 2018 and the eventual transition to Brock Purdy in San Francisco, have shaped his recent path. Following a brief tenure with the Las Vegas Raiders, his time as a starter concluded with his release after the 2023 season. The contemplation of retirement marks a significant turning point for the veteran quarterback. The San Francisco 49ers have significantly reshaped their offensive line outlook following the signing of Trent Williams to a 2-year, $50 million extension, effectively rendering previous projections for a Caleb Lamu draft pick moot. Analysts suggest the team has avoided a potential misstep by not targeting Lamu, who, despite possessing desirable traits like speed and agility, was flagged for a critical lack of power when facing high-level defensive lines. With Lamu off the table, the focus shifts to addressing interior line concerns, specifically the tackle position. While Max Ihinacher shows promise, the team's limited draft capital and the high drop-off in tackle talent after the top 7 picks suggest drafting a tackle is not a priority. Instead, the strategy is pivoting toward adding a mauler at left guard to close the gap with the Seattle Seahawks' interior defensive line. Departures on the line include Vega Ione, a physical run-game finisher known for his ability to move defenders off the line and strong performance in the 20-shuttle drill. The need for such a player is paramount. Other prospects under consideration include Bisantes, an explosive athlete with strong finishing ability, though concerns remain regarding hand usage and penalties. Pregnon brings significant power, but lacks the speed of other options. In the second round, Jennings Dunker is mentioned as a potential guard, despite his high pads and tendency to concede leverage. In the third and fourth rounds, the focus remains on finding complementary pieces. Logan Jones and Sam Hecht are considered potential center targets, though they may be gone. Alabama's Parker Brailsford remains a viable option, boasting outstanding speed, but he lacks the necessary power to move linemen. The team is also evaluating players like Jalen Farmer, who has been projected for the 90s, and others with varying profiles, including a puller with good pass protection metrics, but injury concerns. The overall assessment indicates that while the team has talent at center, the immediate priority is securing interior line strength to improve matchups against the Seahawks, with the search for a true run-stopping mauler taking center stage.